Ferrari returned to Europe embarrassed and off the pace, following a disastrous opening trio of races in Bahrain, Saudi Arabia and Australia, with its title hopes likely buried in the Albert Park gravel. 2023 was meant to signal the Scuderia's return to consistent front-running. After last year's strong start, 2 wins from the first 3 races evaporated into a comedy of rookie-like errors.
Get more wins, hopefully be more consistent from the first race to the last race, and hopefully we'll get that title.
Ferrari is now 4th, behind Red Bull, Aston Martin and Mercedes, with a huge 97-point gap to the leader post-Melbourne, where it failed to score, making a return to the top this year likely impossible. The prancing horse's struggles are all down to a lack of front-end grip, with the issue masked over 1 lap in qualifying by heroic driving. But it's a different story in the race, especially on the hard tires. If we already overheat the tires in clean air, imagine following. We just eat them alive, and we need clean air to produce some kind of decent lap time, said Carlos Sainz in Jeddah. So it has 28 days until the next race in Azerbaijan to find more front-end grip, with upgrades already in the production pipeline. We have to understand where we are wrong, and we have to push, said team boss Frederic Vasseur. For its 2023 car, the SF23, Ferrari's focus was up front.
The most obvious changes are in the area of the front suspension, where we have moved from a configuration with a high track rod to one with a low track rod, driven by the demands of the aerodynamics. The front wing is also different, as is the construction of the nose, as the primary element is no longer attached. Instead, it is floating.
Ferrari says it can catch dominant marque Red Bull this season, but it's more likely referring to pace rather than points. In Australia, Red Bull's Sergio Perez set the fastest lap on his 53rd tour, with Sainz over 0.2 of a second adrift with his best. Pace that needs to be found quickly. It may be just 3 races in, but 2023 already looks to be yet another write-off for Ferrari. It must deliver improved performance at the next event in Azerbaijan, or it is over. Red Bull is already galloping down the road. Thanks for watching. To stay up to speed on all things Formula One, make sure you hit the subscribe button.